Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a review of Oya Restaurant in Boston. I was in Boston just trying out the restaurants and comparing them before they get their Michelin Guide ratings for 2025. I think Vancouver is a very comparable city, so I kind of wanted to compare the restaurants that are in line for stars to restaurants here that have stars. So this is Oya. It's Tim and Nancy Cushman's restaurant. Tim Cushman is a James Beard award-winning chef. It's been around for 15 years, serving mostly Japanese fusion food. It's located kind of in the near Chinatown region, and it's looks like kind of a weird building outside, and the sign isn't that large. But once you get inside, I was sitting at the bar area. You also have tables. Very comfortable setting. It can get quite loud when it's full, but it's got a very nice vibe to it. I'm gonna do my best to describe each dish. They did actually give a menu that you're supposed to take home, but I forgot to take it, so I took a lot of these descriptions from what I could read online. So this is the first dish, which is Kumamoto oyster with watermelon pearls, cucumber vinaigrette, and I like this. The design for this was good, and what I liked about all the dishes was that it was fusion that was tasty, not just fusion for the sake of being, new. And so for instance, the watermelon, the cucumber added to the taste of the Kumamoto oyster. I do not have a description for this sushi. I think it's something like almost like a butter tuna or a butterfish, but I'm not quite sure. But again, it had a little bit of spice on the top of this, and that again changed the taste. And all I can tell you is my recollection of all these dishes, but that they were different. There was a lot of sushi that came out, but the taste profile for each one was a little bit different, which I really liked. Next is their Hokkaido sea urchin with caviar. It's got uni suyo and fresh lemon zest. You can't really go wrong with Hokkaido sea urchin that's fresh. So, of course, this was a very good dish. This next one, I can't remember what it was. Again, it is a sushi dish, and it again had a different flavor. So I'm not going to talk a lot about this since I'm not sure exactly what it was. Next dish is the bluefin tuna, and this is quite a common ingredient in omakase, higher end or fattier tunas, and again, very delicious. A little bit of herbs on the top of this, which is kind of just interesting, and usually a little bit of lemon zest. Short video of the tuna, and then the next dish, which is the Earl King salmon. So this has a little bit of spice with ponzu also on it, and a little bit of dashi, and a little bit of seaweed on the top. So again, the spice wasn't overly spicy, but it did have a little bit of different taste or spice of variety on this. So it's kind of a neat variation. I believe that this is also bluefin toro. So this is just very simple with wasabi oil and green onions, and then with, of course, the wrapped in the nori or the seaweed. And so this was also a very nice dish. It's got a little bit of citrus on the top of this. And again, unfortunately, I don't have the full descriptions, but they did give you a full menu, and it was just myself that forgot to take it. Along the way, you can add various dishes if you like to. I did add a couple, and you don't need to. Of course, there's lots of food to be able to eat it all, but at the same point, I wanted to try different things. This is one of their unique dishes. This is fried mokimoto oyster with yuzu koishu aioli and then a squid ink bubble. So I thought the taste of this was okay, but the inventiveness was very good. Quick video of this dish and then of the next dish, which is the Kyoto style morel mushroom with garlic, sake, soy, and again, very simple dish, but delicious. And I think coming from all this sushi, now we're going into something that's got a little bit more saltiness or flavor to it. That was kind of neat to change. This is the next dish, which is the foie gras spoon with karashi miso, preserved yuzu. And for me, this was kind of a neat dish. It's nice to have foie gras. It's a small bite, but it's very heavy foie gras. And then it's got that preserved yuzu, which just gives you a little bit of sweetness. So the sweetness and foie gras kind of matches very well. You can see the dishes are plentiful and they just come out. You eat and then they come out another one. So it's quite a bit of dishes, and it's even though it seems like one bite, it does become filling after a while. And likewise, the time actually flows quite well. It's not like it's you have a lot of time between hand. It's not rushed either, but you're there for a good 2.5, 3 hours easily. Then another little interlude. This is a tomato soup. So these are kind of in-season tomatoes, and although it looks clear, it is very tomatoey and not too tart, but a nice little palate cleanser. Next dish, which is a little bit heavier in style, this is Shima Aji and Hokkaido sea urchin, ceviche vinaigrette with ceviche vinaigrette, cilantro, and nigella seeds. It's a nice dish, a little bit heavier. Now we're getting to a heavier part of the meal, but I like the idea of the aji being matched with the sea urchin. Aji generally is a little bit, in my opinion, very bland and a little bit of a rougher fish. You have that sea urchin just kind of smooth it out, and also the citrusy components of this. Short video of the aji, and then this is the next dish, which is sawawa, which I think is Spanish mackerel with Korean long pepper, grapefruit, and ponzu. And again, the sauce does add to the taste of the fish. So some people don't like just the taste of raw fish. The flavors actually did bring it out, but I think didn't cover over the fish. It really enhanced the flavors of the fish, which I did enjoy. This is, I believe, kampachi, which is amberjack, and this is with Viet Mignonette, crispy shallots, and Thai basil. So again, a little different influence on the fish, which I enjoyed the different interpretations. This was spicy. Some of them were heat. Some of them were citrusy. And I, again, didn't think the sauces overpowered the fish. I think they kind of added or enhanced the flavors of the different fishes. Short video, and then this is the next dish. And again, I'm trying to go off memory and also a little bit through what I can find on the internet. I believe this is smoked Arctic char. And again, a sashimi dish. So this is not now sushi dishes, but a bit heavier flavors. This is the A5 Wagyu, which is from Kushiyaki. It's, again, very light sauce. I think it had some soy maple. And, again, you're very hard to go wrong with Japanese Wagyu. It's tender. It is not that large a piece, which you don't need because it's so fatty. But I thought the sauce did enhance it. And sorry, this is a dish that is beautiful, but I can't tell you what it is other than I know it's truffle on top. Can't remember it because it was so many dishes and I don't have the menu. So that's kind of one of the difficult things when we go to omakase. A lot of the ingredients are difficult to pronounce, and if you don't have a menu in front of you, it's really hard to follow. So that's unfortunate, and that's my fault. That's not the fault of the restaurant. They actually did give me a menu. I just didn't take it. Quick video, and then here I had an add-on, which is the toro tartar. I probably didn't need this. I should have probably not had this. This is $55. It's a little on the expensive side. It is with smoked trout roe and warm nori. And I think it was a okay dish, but it's quite sizable. I probably had to share it with other people that were near me, and it was not necessary. I think for an add-on for $55, it's already got so much tartar and taro. This was kind of unnecessary. This was quite a satisfying dish going towards the end of the night. This is the warm peas with caviar with plankton butter and lemon. I thought it was a good dish because it kind of had a different feel to things, quite rich flavor, but very simple course, but kind of a binding course. When you're having all this seafood and all this kind of sushi, you have something a little bit warmer and a little bit different texture. I really enjoyed it. This was the A5 Wagyu seared course. I like this dish quite a bit, and I thought it was very successful. Wagyu is always good in my opinion. They served me an extra piece of sushi, and that's very nice of them. A little bit more salty or hearty type fish. The dessert course came with a wine, which is from the Mori region, which is a fortified wine. That's where spirits are added to the wine. Comes from the Ruslan region. I think it's made mostly from Grenache grapes. So nice little compliment to the dessert, which I found kind of probably my least favorite dish of the night, more because it was just out there. Again, it's foie gras with kabayaki sauce. So it's got the firm flavor of foie gras, but it's kind of like almost like give you the sense that it's almost like burnt. So it is sweet, but it's kind of a weird sweet, and it's just something that wasn't enjoyable to me. But that's again maybe personal preference. So all in all, I thought it was a very very successful dinner. Lots of variety, good service, friendly service. Lots of variety of food. I liked the quality of the fish for sure. And I thought there was artistry, I thought there was variety, and I thought the sauces complemented. So it was fusion that was very, I guess, to me, made sense, where sometimes fusion doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And this is the dessert, actually, also, which I can't remember what it was, but I think it was just a regular custard, which I wasn't too thrilled about. That's, again, personal preference. I think they're pretty safe to get a star for sure, and maybe even 2 stars. I really enjoyed the meal. I'm sorry that I don't have the descriptions for everything. And again, that's one of the difficulties when you're eating omakase dinners. There's so much food, and unless you have a menu, it's almost you can't remember everything. And they did give you the menu, but unfortunately, I forgot it. Hope you've enjoyed this as we go to the last dessert, which is the chocolate. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy eating.